Now unfortunately Akali comes in as well. Kayn is very strong. He can easily kill me as I'm very vulnerable. But I do have my clone up. I never give up in any situation. That was low-key insane. How could this have happened? As you can see, I'm starting on top side, classic start, and as I walk into Kayn's jungle, I notice something very strange. If he starts on the top side, there is no way he took blue and left. Therefore I checked the bush, and wouldn't you know it, he did either chicken or wolves into blue, as he doesn't have red buff on him. I'm placing the box down, now because he runs away with E, I'm going for buff and I secure it. Because I have red buff, ignite and Q still up, he's dead. I know that we can actually dive Shyvana. She's level 2, the minions are pushing in, it's a huge wave, and I can one-shot her. I Q ignite into E and I immediately run away. And sheesh, that is close. I know Kayn is going to be bot side because he has no blue buff, but would you say he stole my blue instead of going for his red? And he gets Skull Crab as well. Therefore I'm going for the next one, straight up, and Shyvana is pushed. She's too aggressive. Notice how I'm getting closer towards the wall that's her side of the map, and I do not waste Q when I gank here. I'm placing a box down to zone, and box is fucking useless as always. This is why you do not waste Q. I know each basic attack slows her. Therefore, I attack as many times as I know I can execute her afterwards with E. As you can see here, I am prioritizing Berserkers over Tiamat. This is because movement speed is very important. The faster you are, the faster your clear is. And most importantly, the higher your ganking potential is. Notice how I'm not going straight for Senna, instead I'm going towards where I know she's going to be, countering her path. I see Kayn doing grabs, which is a huge problem as with Shaco you have no chance to take them early, while many champions like Kayn can just take them at like level 1 without any items. I want to secure Dragon here to mitigate the loss of void grabs, but I see a Kali going bot. Here I'm trying to counter gank. As she is YOLOing my teammates, I'm placing a box down to try and keep Seraphine safe. As you can see, the box was huge here. Seraphine dies still, but it is what it is. We got the shutdown. Unfortunately, I'm too low HP to secure solo the dragon, but I do get help from my team and we get intercepted. I know I'm most definitely going to die here. Therefore, my main focus is the dragon. I position myself behind it to stay as safe as possible from the enemies, even having them attack it. Notice that the enemy helps me take dragon. Always try to get as much out of any situation as possible. And wouldn't you know it, Senna dies. Pay attention at this wall. Notice how even though I'm very close to the enemy, because I know there are no wards as I use detector, look at how the minions are pathing through the lane. But I'm invisible to the enemy, that wall protects me from vision, and I Q through it, extending my blink range. I place a box to zone her, and Senna's dead. Akali has no chance to kill me, because the clone is zoning. This is very disrespectful. Akali is my friend. He low-key kill-sniped me, and I was disrespecting him. I'm trying to focus on objectives here again. I'm keeping my clone on him, but because I do not have E up, the clone cannot slow on basic attacks. I'm telling it to go in the opposite direction. And my clone recalls. The best that you can do in this situation is to constantly attack the enemy. I have higher DPS than him, but I am low HP. As he Qs, I Q away and basic attack at the same time. The idea is the following. You Q, teleport away and basic attack at your previous location. What do I do next? Buff into objective. I don't waste time with jungle camps, and the best thing that I can do here, I'm trying to gain as much vision as possible at the objective before it spawns, and luckily for us, Kayn is getting caught. As you can see, Hydra has insane range on the active. We have a huge advantage at the objective. I'm not even thinking about it, I'm just YOLOing it with clone, because I know I can rush it and I have smite. Here I'm seeing Kayn ganking top, and I'm predicting his path. I know he's gonna come inside the bush, Q through, backstab, Hydra, and he's dead. The top lane bush got replaced by a pixel bush. When ganking, it's neutral, aka the previous bush was much better at ganking the side that Shyvana's on. clone, because I would have pathed inside the bush and I would have been closer towards her tower, meaning that I could cut her path. Like this, I'm going through the bush, and again, just like in the early game, I attack as many times as I have to. I'm also smiting. And man, that was so unlucky. But look at how I'm casting my ultimate. I'm moving my cursor up. So when I use clone, I'm gonna respawn towards my base and my clone is gonna spawn towards Shyvana. Boom. I secure the top lane is pushed, free objective. Also in this game I'm going for more lethality because the enemy team is extremely squishy, which means that I'm gonna go for opportunity second. You can go for Yomus second as well. It's low-key personal preference. Yomus is better at engaging, while opportunity is better at disengaging. I know that bot lane is well defended, Varus is there, the enemy team is coming to intercept, so watch this. I'm backing off, I'm getting Skull Crab, which is again more important than the Baron itself and even victory itself. The enemy team catches my bot side. Now notice how I'm placing a box inside the bush. I'm telling her to, hey, come and bait towards this bush. She baits pretty damn well. Classic flash. Another flash. Too bad Seraphine died. I secured the kills regardless. I'm looking for, that's right, the next objective. Dragon. Always secure all objectives. The second they spawn, rush for them. Do not delay, because like that you will lose them. I'm seeing the enemy team mid lane. Now unfortunately my teammates die, but you can rush. I just secured Dragon instantly. We're going back to farming again, taking Skull Crab over Baron. I'm running around the jungle trying to secure the zone. Look at the minimap. Look at where the enemy is and look at my team. I know the enemy team will come through here to intercept my teammates for bot lane, so we can counter that. Just like that, King is dead. Always intercept popular paths the enemies take to defend objectives. I don't care, I just YOLO in. At this point we are very fed, so even if you don't get a backstab, you can queue in to help your team. Here I'm backing off. Why am I backing off? Because the enemy team is respawning. And why is my team not backing off, not resetting? Because they're all dumbasses and they all die. You always want to fucking reset. It's the bronze elo rule, to just always reset after an objective. Dragon respawns. Notice how I'm pathing through the bush. And because I saw it was worded, I'm going for the Skull Crab, which again is more important than life itself. Now look at Kane's damage. He's 5 in 7 with 2 items. That's why with Shaco, no matter how fed you are, no matter how strong you are, you always have to try hard. You have to ensure yourself the advantage in any engagement. The second you let your guard down, they're always gonna kill you and win. Your only strength is the element of surprise. And again, you can fight some champions, but you need ult. And mid lane tower is free. Again, I'm only going for buffs, the enemy buffs in this instance. I see her starting recall, I'm hugging the jungle wall so the minions cannot see me. I'm making sure I'm getting the backstep here. I ignite because I know with 100% certainty if she ults she's gonna get away, and she didn't expect it, she's dead. Farming bot lane. Waves are a lot more rewarding than jungle camps, always. We have pressured mid and bot, and we killed 2 enemies, Kane is dead, it is free Baron. Here I'm going for Grudge, very strong item, and unfortunately my teammates die. Why do they die? Because they did not reset. Instead of going back after Baron, they went back into the enemy base to die. No, that's funny. This is why you build Bork. Look at how squishy Shaco is. Shyvana is 4 in 6 with only 2 items. Her just using basic attacks did that much to me. Never let your guard down. Now I'm pressuring bot lane again. Why am I not jumping on Xayah? If I jump on her, I'm gonna give Baron buff to the minions. She's gonna know that I'm there. I'm rotating top lane, always pushing, always getting the minions. Now, because my team does not apply pressure bot or mid, the enemies rotate towards me, I'm not gonna risk it. Instead, I'm rushing for the dragon, and this is why the clone is so strong. When it is ignored by enemies, it can do insane damage to them. Look at that Kane. I absolutely cancelled his whole engagement right there. And because he was low and jumped back in, he's dead. And then... And this is why I never give up. Because I killed 2 enemies on my own and Xayah got caught, our teammates can secure the top side inhibitor. Look at how I'm confident here. I know I have Q, Yomus and ult up. I place a box down to zone the inhibitor and I attack it. Kayn jumps in and does that, I can get away. Every time an enemy overextends toward the Bash in this instance, always go for them. And notice how I'm making sure I'm getting the fucking backstab on her. Because again, if you don't get a backstab, you do 0 damage and you give your enemies opportunities to run away. So what do I do here? Again, just secure the objectives. I get Baron. Unfortunately, I do not have Q to get away. This is the perfect situation to showcase you how you basically just fall off late. The best you can do is secure objectives, and what I'm doing here is trying to secure the bot side jungle so we can get the inhibitor. Here I played really bad. The funny thing is I crit him. Why do I crit him? With Shaco, the backstab always counts for as long as your Q lasts. So my teammates die, so many enemies die. I don't care. I'm going for the objective, especially now that Kayn is dead. I know it's free, I secured the Elder buff, and I'm looking for either a one-shot, either an objective, or either I'm trying to pressure. You have to be patient, you have to play around, both the enemy and your team, because you cannot just jump in and solo 1v5, no matter how fed you are. You know, it's actually hilarious, by attacking the minion, I AoE damaged the Kali, and that's why she died. As I'm seeing my team clash with the enemy mid lane, this is the opportunity to get bot lane inhibitor. I honestly don't even get to do anything, but I did enough. That's how you win. You cannot kill the enemy unless they YOLO into the jungle, or you catch them off guard in a fight, just as I caught Senna previously. Other than that, best you can do is secure objectives. What I was first on, and what you always have to be first on with Shaco to win, is gold and damage to objectives. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Shaco build for the season is. Thanks a lot for watching, drop a like and sub if you wanna see more, and as always, until next time, stay safe.